now. Fire grid, Juliet, November 159er.
Hello, one and all. Well, today we're going to learn about the M40A3 by the manufacturer ASG. This is a great entry-level sniper rifle. Comes out of the gate with a 130 default spring, and most of the internals are pretty much plastic. The body is absolutely astounding. It's got a great hold to it. I've been sniping for 4 years now. And I found that this rifle is the only rifle that actually is a hybrid that just no one has taken the time to figure out. So over time here, I've been taking small risks and losing money here and there, trying to figure out the parts and compatibility here. The internet hasn't really come up with anything fabulous except for kind of hillbilly tune-ups, a little bit of tape on here, this and that, compression issues, stuff like that. Well, I have taken another risk, and I am happy to share with the world now that at least I figured out a part of this dang rifle. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna get right to it, folks. All right, hang tight. So here we got my version of the ASG M40A3. As you can see, I've done a little bit of a paint job on it. Yeah, it's my ghetto scope. Got one on order soon. So this is kind of been brought in by the old model VSR10 concept. It's unique for the fact that it has the hilted stock here, which is really freaking cool. It really makes it a comfortable rifle. This bad boy puts out of the gates is about 280 with the stock M130. I found that you can use L96 springs, and you can also use VSR springs. So we're going to get right to it and pop this bad boy open. I'd love to show you assembly, but I don't have all those little YouTube gidgy gadgets and stuff like that where it can hold it for me. So hang tight and we're just going to pop it open. Usually disassembly starts with the 3 screws or Allen holes right here and there. That little guy right there. And then you got that little guy right there as well. So once you pop that, you should be able to pull the barrel assembly like right off. So we'll get to stage 2 here. Hang tight. Bad boy part now, like I said, using the 3 little Allen holes right there, there, and there. Okay. So it should just peel apart right there. Trigger, everything. You can see I've used sponges. I know it's pretty ghetto, but you gotta use what you gotta use. I've used sponges in between the cracks and all the little cavities of the rifle here. What it does is it dampens the sound, not a lot, but just enough to help, kind of keep you low key. So here we go. We've got the barrel and trigger unit hold off. See, right there. So the next stage is we're going to basically remove the 4 screws on the trigger unit here. See the trigger box there? So you got your 4 right there, 2. You don't have to touch any others on this except for the outer screws, okay? Typical. The barrel itself actually just, I don't know, because I'm a little rusty with this, should just pull literally apart. See? And there you go. There's your piston. Or not your piston, sorry, your cylinder there. So I've done a few mods myself, but I'll point them out as I go through it. So we're going to get to the next stage. So just basically what's left now on this is removing these 4 screws. So I'll pop you up on the next stage. It's easy as that. You just unscrew it and then it pulls out. The pin should come with it. If not, it gives you a little bit of issue or whatever. The pin can be removed, but remember, don't forget about that pin. Okay, and then from there, you're going to take that, slide the bolt out, and then there's the meat right there. That's what we're aiming for. Sorry guys, I like my coffee table as my desk. It works very nicely. Makes me happy. You're going to unscrew the piston. A lot of the time, well, I left mine a little loose. Okay, now here is an important part when you're dealing with these type of units, okay? I use needle nose. I don't have the special tool or any crap like that. And what I do is I basically, sorry, I try not to, you should tape the head here just so you don't get any scratching. My scratching is due to use. A little bit of ticking, but it's always good to keep this nice and clean. Get some emery cloth or whatever and just kind of buff that. Make it nice and smooth, right? This is for your seal. Your shoves into your bucking and stuff. So don't mess with that, okay? So we're gonna do this, do that. See, you notice it's not touching. They're not touching. Okay, so each pin, use that to loosen just a little bit. Don't go too gone. Oh, I've unscrewed it. See, nice, clean. Have to clean that up some more. You're wondering what the gunk around this is we're gonna get to that. That's Teflon tape. It helps increase your seal on your cylinder here, so you don't get any air leakage and stuff like that. It's just about basically keeping the max potential on what you got for stock or what you're using. So we'll go over that later. I have to clean that off. It's been like that for a while. You'll notice there will be an improvement, a big improvement. Pieces here. Okay, so you got your piston, spring. Now at the bottom, if you look, and there's your plunger base. Okay. Now originally, this is what an M40A3 comes with stock. Look at that. Yes, the pink stuff there and all that jazz. That's Teflon tape again. Again, it's about getting the best seal and the best air push, right? Maximizing. You cannot use, apparently you cannot use VSR plugs like this, okay? You can't. I've already tried it. It doesn't work, all right? So here we go. Yeah, so that's what it comes stock. It's plastic. It's literally, it's trash. It is. I've gotten away with this for about 3 seasons now, and it go literally bye-bye. It's garbage. Okay, I bought one off online. It's an L96 kit. Came with that. Came with that. And came with the spring. I do not know because everything is written in, looks like Chinese. Yep. Or Japanese. Yeah, it's Chinese. Everything's written in Chinese, and it really didn't come with an elaborate stock or any type of paperwork. Okay, so we're taking gonna give the ring around here, okay? Gotta keep that sucker nice and moist. A lot of friction going on. So you wanna just grease around the edges. Not too crazy, not too bad. There we go. Want that seal nice and moist, right? Remember, there's a lot of friction going. Pistons going up, slide up and down the tube. It's good to give a little bit of grease here and there too while you're at it. Why not? Everybody's happy. It came with a small bearing kit, but I am saving that for my VSR, my baby. So what it is, just a little baby bearing kit. You'll see it. It's just little bearings. And it comes into a little hoop. That's supposed to go onto the base of the, see right there. So it creates a healthy, more frictionless environment for the spring, right? It's try to minimize the amount of friction. More friction you get, less power you're going to get distributed from your bolt and your piston and your spring and all that jazz. Okay, so we're going like that, nice and greasy. Drop that bad boy in. I am using a VSR Action Army M150 spring. I freaking love Action Army stuff. They are a blessing for people like us or like me, cheap, on a budget. And there you go, you just place your plunger on that, right? Okay, drop that bad boy in. Grab your piston. Drop that in, make sure the spring goes into the guide. Pretty. The head so you can see it's nice and, or the head now. Very pretty. Cleaned off, took all the Teflon tape off. Now the trick behind the Teflon tape is you're gonna, I don't know, some people say it works, some people it doesn't. I've done chronos on it after, before, after, stuff like that. And honestly, it works. Not for a long time, but it does work. Like I said, I've been doing this for years and using this rifle stock for years. And please forgive the pounding. That's my neighbor. They believe they have to re-slaughter their dinner before they eat it. And you're gonna try to, let's see, try to do it this way. There we go. You see, I'm trying to keep it below the rubber seal or the gasket. So you just basically are going between the threads. You don't need much, right? You don't want to overdo it because there's going to be a nasty show for you trying to get it off and get it back on and all that crap. So it's just a little bit. Don't worry if you get a little over the edges. Okay. So now that we've encompassed, you just snap the seal off there. Okay, you're gonna get like a balloon structure. Don't worry about that. Usually you can take like a pen or something and just get in there and just lightly score, and then you can peel that crap away. It'll actually seal itself nice, right? See, and your whole goal is to keep that shiny smooth, right? Because you need that perfect pressure. So once we peel back all that crap, there we go. Now you notice I got, it's pretty. Okay, now you'll notice I got it's clean. There's no more crap on it. Okay, so we're gonna take that again, bolt, and then we're gonna slowly start to, when you put the outer barrel on, right here, you're gonna see a little, looks like a transition piece, okay? There's a nub in there. So when you're putting the barrel on, there's no screwing or anything like that. You got to push it in and you'll feel the nub. There's a hole in there and you just line the hole up in that and they'll pop back in, okay? That's good to know because if that's off, it's just going to mess your whole game up. Okay, so you'll see everything's in order, lined up, okay? All right, gonna go grab my stock. Just good old, yeah. There we go. We're going to lightly drop, making sure you keep that lined up, that little nub I was talking about, right? The plastic nub. Line that up with the trigger box. And just should literally just drop in. And voila. Okay. Chrono! Everybody loves chronos. All right, what do we got? 382. It just keeps going up. All right, it's doing one more. What's the next one going for? 381. We're getting there. So, yeah. So that is, it's been resolved. The M40A3, the combination is, the piston head is an L96. Thank God we figured that out. Now, barrels, we're going to figure that out later. So stay tuned. I'm glad you all had the patience to stick it out with me. Much appreciated.